Hello dear students, today we are going to discuss our next grammar chapter, tenses. Tense is a word derived from Latin word tempus. Tempus means time. So, a word that indicates the time of an action, event or condition by changing its form is known as tenses. Now, it's clear to you that tense are the verbs that fit in time frame. It means tense explains the action of the subject that at which time the action is done. According to the time frame, tense is divided into three parts: present tense, past tense and future tense. Now I want to explain you that what it means. So, present tense expresses the action done at the present time that exists only now. It also expresses the truth, the widespread truth. Now come to the past tense. Past tense expresses the action that started and end in the past time. In the same way, future tense expresses an action that will occur in the future. Now, all these three forms are having their own four forms that express clearly about the action and the time. These four forms are indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. Now, what these four indicate? The indefinite tense. Indefinite does not give us the definite information about the action, that whether the action is completed or not. Continuous, as you can understand with the name continuous, that it indicates about the action that is continuous going on. Now come to the perfect tense. Perfect explains the action that is perfectly done, or you can say finished. Now come to the perfect continuous. Perfect continuous indicates the action that began in the past time and is still the action is going on. The continuous way of action that starts in the past time is perfect continuous tense. In this way, my dear students, we are having 12 kinds of verb tenses. First of all, it divides into three parts: present tense, past tense and future tense. And as I told you previously, all the three kinds are having their own four kinds, that is indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. Now in this way we are having 12 possible verb tenses. Here we are going to discuss present tense and its four kinds: present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. First of all, we are going to discuss present indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense is also known as simple present tense. It expresses habitual action. For example, she goes to the school regularly. Here we get the habitual action of the subject she, that she goes to school regularly. It also expresses general truth that happens in the present situation. For example, the sun rises from the east. It is the truth that the sun rises from the east. We can't say that the sun rises from the west. My dear students, now I will provide you formulas of each and every kind of tenses. It will help you to form the sentences easily. Now, for the present simple tense, The formula is subject plus main verb plus object. That means at the time of forming simple present tense, first of all we have to use subject, then the main verb and then the object. At the time of making negative sentence, we use after the subject do not or does not according to the singular or plural. When we have to form interrogative, we use helping verb do or does before the subject and question mark at the end of the sentence. In this way, we can form sentence of simple present tense. One thing I want to explain you that in the simple sentence, affirmative sentence, we cannot use any of the helping verb. It is only subject plus verb plus object. But at the time of making interrogative and negative, we use helping verb do or does. Do is used for the plural subjects and does is used for the singular subjects. As you can see here in the example, affirmative sentences, they play. So here we are not using any kind of helping verb. Subject plus verb. Object is not here. At the time of making negative, we use helping verb do because our subject is plural after the subject. In the same way, at the time of forming interrogative sentence, we use our helping verb do before the subject. So I think it's clear to you that how you could form simple present tense. Now come to our next kind, present continuous tense. As I told you previously that present continuous tense is used to express the action which is happening, or you can say the action that is continuously going on present time. Now come to the structure of present continuous tense. At the time of forming present continuous tense, we use subject plus is MR. My dear students, I want to tell you that is MR is the helping verb of present continuous tense plus verb plus ing, that is the main thing for forming present continuous tense, and afterwards object. In the negative sentence, after the helping verb is MR, we use not, and in interrogative, before the subject we have to use is MR helping verb. Clear? Now my dear students, I want to explain you where we have to use is, am and are. Is used with the singular subject, am is used only with I, and are is used with the plural subject. Now check the examples. In affirmative sentence, we are having you are playing. As I told you, subject, you is our subject, helping verb are, afterwards main verb play, and we add here ing in the main verb, object is not here. So in this way we are having our affirmative sentence of present continuous tense, you are playing. In the same way you can understand about the negative and interrogative of continuous sentence. Now come to our third kind, present perfect tense. Present perfect tense, as I told you previously, it indicates about the action that started in the past but it perfectly completed just now. Now come to the structure of present perfect tense. Here at the time of forming sentence we use subject, afterwards helping verb has or have. Has is used for the singular subject and have is used for the plural subject. Afterwards, my dear students, we use third form of the verb. It is must for forming present perfect tense. Afterwards, at last we use object. Now for the negative, we use not after the helping verb has or have, and at the time of forming interrogative we use has or have before the subject. Now come to the examples of perfect affirmative sentence. The sentence is I have played. That means after the subject we use helping verb have, because as I told you, have is used with the plural subject as well as with I. Now afterwards, third form of the verb, that is played. In this way, we are having the sentence here, I have played. In negative sentence, we use not after our helping verb have, and the sentence is I have not played. And when we have to form interrogative, we use helping verb before the subject, and now the sentence is have I played. Now come to our next topic, present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense is the combination of two kinds, perfect and continuous. So we can get here the qualities of perfect as well as of continuous. So we can identify it with the tense where the action performed in the past and is still in the present, it is continuously going on. Come to the structure of perfect continuous tense. My dear students, as I told you previously that it is the combination of perfect and continuous. So at the time of forming the sentence, we can also find out the qualities of both kinds, perfect and continuous. As you can see here, the structure is subject plus has or have. That is the helping verb of perfect. Afterwards, for giving its own identification, we have to add here been. Afterwards, it's time to add here verb. And here we have to give the quality of continuous. And now we have to add here verb ing form. Afterwards, object. And for giving its self-identification, we have to add here since or for plus time. Without adding this, we cannot form perfect continuous sentence. One thing here I want to tell you beta about since or for. Since is used for the definite time. As the example is given here, 1995, 4 o'clock. All these are explaining us the time that is definite. So before it we use since. For is used for the indefinite time. As you can see here in the example, 3 hours, 6 years. So we don't know that which 3 hours we are discussing here, which 6 years we are discussing here. So for the indefinite time we use here for. Let's come to the examples. We are having the affirmative sentence of perfect continuous. We have been playing. You can see here after the subject we are using here the helping verb have been and the verb playing. That means verb's first form plus ing. In this way we form the affirmative sentence we have been playing. Negative and interrogative is also here given, which will give you the clear understanding about the topic. Now I am going to show you table of English tenses. As you can see here in the table, in the present tense, at the time of forming present indefinite we use play without helping verb. Only helping verb is used at the time of forming interrogative and negative. Now come to the continuous, we use helping verb is, am, are plus ing form of the verb. Afterwards in the perfect we use helping verb has or have with the verb's third form. Come to the perfect continuous, we use has, have plus been plus ing form of the verb. My dear students, past tense and future tense we will discuss in our next module. Thank you and goodbye.